Monetization in games is a relevant topic that we encounter in almost every game. In this video, we will talk specifically about this. We would love to hear your opinions in the comments. In my opinion, monetization should be non-aggressive and not forced upon players, as everyone can decide for themselves whether they need it or not. Aggressive pushing only annoys me. If the game is bad, no one will spend money on it, but if it is good, then force won't be necessary. Monetization should be moderate. You shouldn't feel like a money bag that is constantly being emptied. The amounts should not be large. I don't justify any weapons, armor, or other items that significantly increase the gap between F2P, free-to-play, players. These should be cosmetics or items that slightly ease the game, but do not significantly impact the game's progress. This balance is important to ensure that all players, regardless of how much money they spend, can enjoy the game. Subscriptions are a form of monetization. I justify them only if, after the subscription ends, you do not lose access to the game. Otherwise, it's bad practice, and the price should also be reasonable. The subscription model can be a great way to support game developers, but it shouldn't make players feel like they are forced to constantly pay to continue playing. I understand monetization as a way to support game developers because creating and developing a game costs money. I see it as supporting a favorite game so that it can continue to exist. We have excellent examples of really good games that were shut down because they were too F2P, even though they were loved by players. Let's be honest here, would you develop and expand a game if you had to pay for everything out of your own pocket? Everyone supports their favorite game as much as they can. Game development is an expensive and complex process that requires a lot of work, time, and resources. To maintain high quality and continuously update the game, developers need financial support. Monetization is one of the ways to ensure that the game can survive and evolve. For example, visiting museums also requires payment. We understand that to support a museum and ensure its operation, we need to buy a ticket. Similarly, with games, developers need financial support to continue developing and improving their creations. Therefore, monetization in games should be fair and balanced so that both players and developers are satisfied. Additionally, it is important that monetization does not disrupt the game's balance or privilege paying players. If the game becomes pay to win, it can cause great dissatisfaction among players and discourage them from playing. In such a case, the game loses its essence and joy, as success depends not on the player's skills or strategy but on their financial capabilities. Therefore, monetization should be carefully thought out and cautious to maintain the enjoyment and fairness of the game. Players should feel valued and respected, not just as a source of money. Developers should strive to create a monetization model that encourages players to support the game, but does not limit their freedom to play and enjoy the game. Monetization is an integral part of games, and we need to find a way for it to benefit both developers and players. It is important to understand that by paying for games or their extras, we contribute to the creation and maintenance of games. However, monetization should not become an obstacle or hindrance that ruins the gaming experience. We look forward to your opinions in the comments. How do you evaluate monetization in games? Which models do you find acceptable, and which ones annoy you? Share your thoughts and experiences.